Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of McMillan and Morrow. I'm Dr. Sean McMillan. My co-host, Rich Morrow.
What up?
We appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for all that you give and all that you allow us to, in all the ways, rather, you allow us to come into your life, into your homes. We go around the world, discover all kinds of stories and interesting incidents and all kinds of things where people are just being downright interesting. And we bring them to you. And hopefully along the way, we all get a little better. How about that?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
People being people.
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 What's up? What's going on?
Well, there's a lot going on in the world right now. We're going to talk about men in the beginning of this episode today. We can speak on that. According to the LAD Bible, which is in Canada, you ask me about that every time I say the name, I know.
What the hell is that?
A recent study was led by a professor at the University of British Columbia, and it's identified that men fit into 3 different categories.
Okay.
Those 3 different categories were studied between 92 heterosexual men aged 19 to 43 from different backgrounds. The first category is the neotraditionalist, which means that they prefer traditional gender roles where he is the provider and protector.
Okay.
The egalitarian, does that sound right?
Egalitarian.
The egalitarian seeks an equal partnership with balanced contributions from both partners. Mm-hmm. And the progressive, which engages in conversations aimed at building gender equity within the relationship. It says among the participants, 50% fell into the egalitarian.
How's that different from the egalitarian?
You know, I think the egalitarian seeks equal. I guess it does. I mean, it says engages in conversations aimed at building gender equity within the relationship. So I guess the egalitarian probably goes in with the idea in mind of it being balanced. The progressive is more so fighting for it to be when it's not. It's kind of what it sounds like from the man's perspective.
Okay.
So it says 50% fell into the egalitarian, 26% were progressive, and 24% were neo-traditionalists.
Okay.
What do you think you would fall in?
This is in relationships?
Yeah, I guess so. That's what it sounds like.
Well, the sample size assumes a lot of things. Yeah. 1, that I'm heterosexual. 2, that I'm between 24 and 43.
I was going to say there's a bunch of
Which
different
is,
variables in this.
But okay, let's go with all those assumptions.
Yeah, it was
first.
from 19 to 43.
Let's go with all those assumptions.
Okay.
I would say that I am none of it.
Yeah.
Because I think a genuinely healthy relationship moves up and down that spectrum.
All of those, yeah, I agree.
Because I think your partner, your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, at moments might require you to be a neo-traditionalist because of what they bring to the table.
Yep.
Their trauma, their experiences, their insufficiencies, inadequacies, and they are paralyzed in moments, right?
Yeah.
Where they can't respond, and they need you
They need somebody to
to
provide.
step in and say, "Did you just do that with your mouth full? Don't do that." and they need you, to sort of be more traditional, saying, "I got this." And then there are times when they need equity, and so I think typologies are dangerous.
I agree.
And that's why, I forget the philosopher who first said this, but I got it from my theology teacher, Vito Westeller, who's passed away. He said typologies are dangerous, and they should be used like Tylenol, used only as directed and kept out of the reach of children. And I, by the way, apply that sentence to everything.
I know you do.
But it's dangerous.
Yeah.
To sort of put people in these sort of categories and boxes because, I'm repeating, but I think a healthy relationship requires that you go up and down that spectrum, that you're constantly assessing what the situation requires of you, as opposed to trying to just insert or insist that a situation conforms to you.
And fit a mold.
Huh?
Yeah, and everybody's so unique that to think that what works for somebody else is going to fit for two completely different people.
I'll see your point and raise your point. Not just that what works for a certain person, but also what works for a certain moment.
True.
Different moments require different things of you.
Yeah, and you're not the same person that you were a year ago.
And if you do not have the ability to change or to augment or accent yourself, then it's not going to be the kind of relationship it could have been if you had just been able to adjust.
You're right.
So I'm not any of those things. I'm all of those things and none of those things at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. And they're saying that this is more so to understand how younger men approach building partnerships nowadays, and encourages healthier relationships and whatnot like that. I think what you said is extremely important though, because one of the things as I grow is I'm learning that you have to be able to adjust and make changes to whatever template you feel like you're following, that other people before you have followed, because like we were just talking about, moments change. I mean, what was good for me a week ago may not be good for me this week. What was good for me 2 years ago or 5 years ago, or when you may have entered a relationship with somebody or when you met them versus where you're going are two completely different things. Sometimes.
But I'll see your point and raise your point.
You keep on raising it.
What someone needs from you changes.
Exactly.
So they may need, in the beginning, someone may not be as secure or in touch with themselves, and they may need a more neo-traditionalist, right? That's what they call?
Yeah, neo-traditionalist.
Neo-traditionalist. But as she grows, as he grows into more of who they are, then they may say 5 years in, now that was cool.
Then
when I was an insecure little girl.
Yeah.
Or when I was an insecure little boy. I done growed up, and I need more reciprocity.
Yeah.
Or a person may, and this is true, because again, that's why I saw all these something about the question.
I was going to say
for those of us who are past 43, okay, and who are way past 43, which is not me, by the way. Okay, I'm just referencing people. When I do this show, I speak in other people's voices. Okay, so someone who's in their 70s and someone who may be even in their 80s. Or late 60s watching this show, they may have started out with progressive and egalitarian, but the frailties of life, death, dread, disease, and despair, may require that they have more neo-traditional relationships.
Yeah.
So, because security and safety and consistency is what they value now. They don't want a whole lot of conversation.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Just somebody come over here and tell me what pill to take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, life is this ongoing conversation with semicolons and commas.
You're right. It is. It is. Do you think the role of men in American society is changing?
I think it needs to change.
Yeah.
I think men ought to be mad as hell at what other men have done to us.
Yeah.
I was going to say society, but society that's
Can't
like a
blame
vacuous.
everything on society.
No, but society is made up of people.
Yeah, exactly.
And other men, what other men have done to us is just awful.
Yeah.
We can't cry, we can't emote, we can't feel. You know what I'm saying? You worry about somebody calling you zesty.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, what's the other word? It's not sassy. What's the other word? What other pejorative thing that you do on TikTok? It's zesty. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's trying not to be zesty.
Spicy or zesty.
You spicy. Yeah. As if the worst thing in the world, as if that's the worst thing somebody can say about you.
Yeah.
It just ain't. I'd much rather you think I'm zesty than a damn liar.
Or a fool.
You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather you think that about me. But it's making, I think.
It only gives the power that you give it. And a lot of people have given these words power.
But it's deeper than, yes.
Like weirdo. Like somebody call you a weirdo. Somebody flipping out nowadays.
But I mean, yes, but it's not just the ability to ignore the use of the word.
Yeah.
It is the connotation of the language itself. It is to suggest that if you are far away from a certain place in the spectrum, that there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And what I don't like about it, here's where the women who watch the show are not gonna like me. Okay. But I don't read. I don't read the comments, so you can not like it all you want. Be careful. Be very careful, my dear sister, how you feminize, pejoratively, men. Either the man you love or how you feminize, pejoratively, other men around the men you love. Because what you are secretly and silently doing is you are reaffirming that femininity is a problem. And what you are silently doing is saying if there's any trace of that in the man that I love, then he is defective.
It needs fixing.
Without understanding, wait a minute now. Without understanding that your ideal man, the one you really want to be with, not the one you got from the rap video.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's just going to beat your ass. He's going to, see, the one, we out here now. Let's go on and go. Right? Because the one you got from the rap video is just going to run up your credit. Right? He's going to take all your money.
Use your address.
He's going to go to jail 3 times. He's going to cheat on you every other day of the week. But you say, my sister, you want someone who is strong. You want someone who listens.
Provide.
You want someone who can provide. Wait a minute. You want someone who's consistent.
Yeah.
You want someone who's honest, right? You want someone who can be in conversation with you.
Yeah, and be emotionally intelligent.
You want somebody who can make a decision, right? You want somebody who is present. You basically have described a woman.
I knew where you was going with
that. You described everything that makes women great.
And the feminine aspect that make a man great.
And at the same time, you've precluded the man in your life from being able to tap into any of that.
When that's what you really want.
So you keep on calling them zesty.
If you want to.
And he gonna run to the opposite of zesty, and you're never gonna get what you actually want. No. You might get what you want, but you're never gonna get what you need.
Yeah, and not from them.
No, because you keep making it pejorative that this man is somehow not
enough.
NBA young boy and little baby. Who people call them just zesty.
Yeah.
It's
on top of it all.
It never stops. How about this, people? How about we let people be who they are? And instead of trying to manage how other people appear in the world, how about you manufacture your own presentation better? One of the things I hate about TikTok is how people can go on there and just talk about other people as if they know them. Or as if they have an expertise
on them or their lives.
Their lives.
Yeah.
Now, and you are basically just trying to get clout, attention by talking about somebody else.
Somebody else's name.
Because your life is so uneventful.
Yeah.
That nobody would ever talk about you.
No one does nosy better than me. Photos. We found 378 photos.
He good what he do, because I don't know how he found that.
These are years of snooping, okay? I know you nosy too. Head over to Nosy where you can watch full episodes of The Karamo Show and be nosy with me.
That's the thing that irks me the most.
Yeah.
Is how we want to hold people to a standard that actually hurts us.
As a whole, yeah.
Why in the world would I want you to maintain a certain way of being in the world if that way of being in the world has never benefited me? It's only hurt me.
Yeah.
That's when you have internalized your own oppression. And now you want people to be something that oppresses you. How about you liberate your expectations? Huh?
And that works both ways. With
Liberate your expectations and allow people, just let people be who they are, and you can decide if you want to put up with that or not.
You know, it reminds me of the quote, let people do what they want to do so you know what they rather do. And then you won't have to worry about what somebody's doing.
No, then you'll have to make
the decision.
What is the hardest thing in the world to do? A decision about whether or not I'm going to stay or whether I'm going to move on or whatever
you have
it is.
that information.
You know, so again, to bring it back full circle, somebody calling somebody a name, he's zesty, or what's another negative thing they say about men that's not related to zesty?
Toxic.
Toxic.
So that was what we were going to go to next. What is your definition of toxic masculinity?
I don't waste my time
Oh,
with definitions of toxic.
Toxic masculinity in particular.
At a certain point, these terms descend into a cacophony of noise. And it's just, no. But listen, let me finish my other thought and then let's come back to this, all right? Because unlike you, I can keep track of what I'm saying.
Go for it.
Right? So we call people toxic, men toxic, we call them zesty, we call them whatever else we come up with. I'm saying to everybody who's watching, how about we allow a man and women to show up, to bring the best and the worst of who they are, because all of us are just trying to figure it out. We are just trying to figure it out. We're just trying not to be crushed by the weight of life. And the last thing we need is one more person calling us a damn name.
You're right.
Now, back to toxic, because that got me. I got myself with that one. Listen, I really don't get into it. I'll tell you why. Because is it the case that there are toxic men? Of course.
Of course. There's toxic people.
And, thank you, there are very toxic women as well.
Yeah.
So how about we stop talking about toxic masculinity and start talking about toxic humanity?
And I think there's a lot more of that than there is of a lot of other things.
Listen, I saw this rapper, there's a female rapper who's real just...
I know who you're probably talking about, but I'm not going to say their names.
I don't know, that read something.
I knew you were about to, I know who you're talking, I'm not going to say her name because...
Yeah, I don't know her full name.
That said enough, we know. I know.
I mean...
It's crazy how I know what you're thinking without you even telling me.
whoa.
I knew who you were talking about and I know what you're thinking.
It's like, sis.
Is this for real?
When I listen to
The song, that's fine.
It's funny. I'm gonna make two confessions. First confession is most of the time I listen to rap, I don't listen to the words.
Yeah.
I listen to the rhythm of the voice.
Exactly, yeah.
And I
you
listen
like
to
the
beat.
rhythm probably because
I
you
like
got a
the
little
rhythm.
cadence to
Yeah.
it.
But then at some point I start listening to the words. What in the world? And you know what I think to myself?
She got parents.
She clearly does not have parents who are doing their job. But you know what I thought? And because it's will you come back?
I'm listening.
What I thought was, what happened to you?
Yeah, what could have happened?
Like, what happened?
I mean,
What happened? What little girl comes out of her mother's womb at 4 or 5 and says, I want to be a hoe?
no.
Did you spit out your water? Did you spit out your water?
I didn't expect you.
What little girl does that? Comes out and says, you know what?
Hopefully not my daughter.
I just want to be nasty. Just a nasty, skanky,
I want to go to Pound Town.
ratchet. Take me to Pound Town in public. Let's go to the mall and pound. And in the food
Make our
court.
rounds.
Make our rounds. See, you see, too much. It's too much.
You made me spit on the mic, man. That was crazy.
What happened to you?
Man,
What happened?
Toxic environments.
What happened? What
toxic
happened?
examples. Toxic.
And what happened to a
everything.
culture that thinks it's okay?
And
What
rewards
happens
it.
to a culture that claps for that, celebrates it, and says, yes, give us more?
Sells out arenas for it.
Give us more. We want more of that. More. Now, all the while, your planet is in trouble. Your economy is in trouble.
Everything in trouble.
You're losing your voting rights, and they're erasing your history, and you want more.
Because to them, that
a pound
equates
town.
to money and freedom.
But it don't.
It don't.
So how about we start talking about toxic humanity?
Yeah.
Is the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah, we can move on.
Because I don't want whoever I'm thinking about to call me.
We need to go to break is what we really need to do, but that was a good topic because I feel like we need to talk more about stuff like that. I do feel like the only term I ever hear in terms of toxic is usually toxic masculinity attached to it. And yeah, like you said, as a whole, our entire race has been guilty of doing things that can be deemed toxic. But
there is such a
that's
thing
what
as
we
toxic
focus on.
femininity.
Yeah, it's a
and
toxic
if women
anything.
don't think they can be toxic, they're delusional.
yeah,
If a man has to admit that he can be, then a woman,
should be able to do the same.
yeah, because how about we all come from the same culture? And the same craziness that produced us produced you. Men are in the box, and women are in the flower. Right?
Yeah.
Men are trapped in the box, and women are trapped in the flower. So if you're a woman and you're strong and determined and outspoken and clear, they'll say you're not acting like a lady.
You're not feminine enough. And then if you're a man,
The same craziness produced us, so we suffer in the same ways. Let's take a break, people, because
yeah, let's take a break. Let's focus on being more human, though,
yes,
because that's what we're missing.
we're right back.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. A lot happened during the break, but we can't tell you none of it. Not because we don't love you, but because we don't want to get sued.
Have you been wearing them glasses the whole time?
Yeah.
You have.
Did you like them?
I thought you had took them off and put them back on, but I just realized you had them on this whole time. I do like them, though.
Yeah.
I do like them. They're a good look for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They help me with my eyes.
Oh,
These
that's
are real. Let's see how you look
The
on you.
prescription?
Yeah. Let's see how you look.
Let's see.
Watch them look real handsome. See?
Damn.
Very annoying.
These are stylish.
Look.
Yeah.
Wow, you look really good in those.
I look intellectual. Nah.
Give me my glasses.
I think I just gained a couple IQ points. When
I don't. Nothing.
So-
I don't look like this. Like you
Did you,
look.
do you have to put? Do you have to go in? What do they call it? The better machine? Do they call that still? Where you
get the prescription?
Yeah. Where they just is this better? Is this better?
You gotta do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah.
I've never had to do it. I wonder if I.
You should get some. They look good on you. Didn't they look good on you?
Yeah. Well, I
All the
I
ones
feel
I
like
wear are
anything
never
looks good on him, though.
Yeah.
You look. You wear like the box ones, but your face looks better with the
with round.
round.
Yeah, I like round too though.
Round looks better on you.
I just don't like them too round. They gotta kind of be.
Are these too
oval.
round?
No. But for me personally, like if they were too round, I don't like how
These
they
are
look.
Tom Fords too.
Are they?
Just
You
saying.
got good taste, people. You got good
Bougie.
taste.
Come on, let's do
Speaking
something.
of, let's go to this Urban Dictionary segment.
Oh, this is where you give me words from the young people.
Yep.
I'm sounding old.
From the TikTokers.
from the Google machine.
Yep.
And I've tried to figure out what it is.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You said your young friends like the show.
They do.
Really? What do they like about it?
They like the fact that you give me so much. Not allowed to say that one. Is that a cuss
Can't
word?
spell
Keep
it
going.
either.
And they like the fact that they learn something every episode.
Oh, okay.
And, we drop a lot of things that are relatable to younger people, but also relatable to people that are a little bit older too. So they like that kind of contrast of not feeling like they're watching just some pointless material that they're not getting nothing out of. They
Yeah,
can
people
listen to
talking
it.
about other people.
Yeah, we're not gossiping over here,
No.
It's enough of that. If you want to go do that, go watch something else, But first term for Urban Dictionary.
But watch us first.
But watch us first and make sure you
Go watch
record it. And put it on your DVR
We need you to watch.
We do need you to watch.
Don't turn away.
So, the first term, pajama rich. What do you think that means?
Pajama rich.
Which is, I've been guilty of this, believe it or not.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Yes, Jack Nicholson came to the Lakers game in his pajamas and nobody cared, but only because he's pajama rich.
Oh, that's people who are wealthy, but who don't flaunt their wealth.
Pretty much, but it's the state of being exceedingly wealthy to the point where one forgoes usual attire for pajamas.
Okay.
Now, I don't think you have to be exceedingly wealthy to do this because I think you just got to have a level of I don't give a damn. Like in college, I used to go out when I was connected enough in South Florida where I would go out to the club. Me and Juice would go to the club in pajamas sometimes, flip-flops. We didn't care. If we knew everybody that worked there, we would go in whatever the hell we was wearing. Then it's kind of a level of don't give a damn, but I guess pajama rich is when you real rich and you going into probably bougie environments in
Just wearing
pajamas
whatever you
just
want.
because you can.
Okay.
You probably got some nice pajamas to wear too, though.
Ooh, I don't wear pajamas. I sleep naked.
Well,
Can't
thanks
show
for
up like that.
information.
I sleep butt ass.
Thanks for that information, Doc. I feel like we just definitely got closer. Next one. Next one. Quiet.
I don't even understand people wearing clothes. Aaron, you sleep with clothes on?
I sleep with underwear on.
Do you?
Yeah.
Tyler?
Yeah. I usually got my
Yeah, it depends.
bloomers on.
You probably like shorts and no shirt. I sleep in anything. When I'm tired, I'm gonna go to sleep. It don't matter what the hell I got. If I ain't got nothing on, I ain't got nothing on. If I got something on, I got something on. I can sleep in a hoodie. I can sleep butt naked. It don't matter.
No, I'm free.
So in your dreams, do you be naked with you?
I can never remember my dreams, ironically.
How crazy would that be if we dreamt in the same attire that we slept in every time?
Yeah, but no, listen.
Yeah, you free. Free as a bird.
I'm free in life,
Hey,
and I'm free when I sleep.
when you sleeping. Okay.
So yeah, I don't know anything about pajamas.
Okay. Well, next one.
But although I will say, when I'm at somebody else's house,
Yeah, you both put some clothes.
I'll put some
You
shorts
ain't
on.
just butt naked
yeah,
and
if
everybody.
I'm in somebody else's bed, I'm gonna not in the bed with them. I'm
Yeah,
saying, you know what I'm
just
saying?
anybody's
Yeah,
bed
if
that
I'm
ain't yours.
yeah, if I'm going to spend the night at Aaron's house.
Yeah, but if you in a hotel,
Oh,
you love that. You like them hotel sheets.
if I'm at a
You see
hotel.
the excitement. He said, "Oh, don't give me no hotel, by myself.
This is. I'm gonna treat that
Anything
like
goes
home.
in a hotel."
But if I'm at somebody else's house, I'm gonna respect the fact that I'm at their
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
and you know, because they may come in the
I was about to
room.
say they might walk in and you be laid out.
They might come in. They might come in when I'm asleep.
Oh my God,
like, wow.
Doc, what are you doing?
You really are Dr.
I'm
Shaw.
open. All of that.
Yeah. Listen, people. 3 things you should know about me.
They already learned.
3 things you should know about me. Number 1, I'm smart. Number 2, I'm funny. Number 3, I'm free.
Yeah. Free,
AKA he sleeps naked.
free balling.
Smart, funny, free.
Okay. Now that we got that information, let's go to the next
What do you want me
one.
to do?
I feel like you know this one.
Okay.
Quiet quit.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
It's when you don't say you're done,
But mentally you don't.
but mentally you're done.
Yeah, I figured you do that.
And but it shows up in your behavior eventually.
Yeah, you check out and do the absolute bare minimum to get by. I'm not gonna lie, I used to do that in college.
I can really see you doing that.
Absolutely did that in college. They didn't know that I wasn't there mentally, but there was a point where I checked out of the
I could totally see you just
class.
sitting in the class like this.
for hours, just no reaction.
They're like,
Actually sleep with my eyes open.
see?
That's a quiet quit. Because if I had the material grasped already, I didn't feel the need to spend the extra energy relearning stuff I already know. You know what I mean? If I got it in the first 5 minutes, you don't have to sit there for an hour explaining it to me.
I kind of went through that the other day. I was in the car with somebody, and they
The whole ride, you just was ignoring them.
and I was quietly quitting.
Quietly quitting on them.
I thought this is a waste of my time.
Yeah. You probably do that often.
I don't
though.
care about this conversation.
Yeah.
You're going on too long. Embrace the value of silence.
Yeah. Yeah. You've quietly
No, wait,
put
wait.
on me plenty of
Tyler's
times.
laughing.
How did I think about it? It was probably with one of us.
I'm like, you talking about? You definitely doesn't quite quit myself.
You definitely quietly quit on me. Probably on this show.
Oh, I do it all the time.
All the time. You've mastered
I'm
the
like-
art of quietly quitting.
Now we are silent.
You know.
But I think a certain part of you as a professional in business needs to learn how to be able to do that. Because there's a level of respect that comes with it where you're not being disrespectful, but you're giving people room to still
yeah,
express
but once
themselves.
I got it, like I'm ready to move on.
I agree.
Like
I'm the same way.
and I get things quick.
Yeah, you do.
It's like some people, like they take them 30 years to get through the sentence. Like I'm at the next sentence.
Yeah.
You're still in the middle of the first one.
That'd be me sometimes. That's
But,
what
and
you working with.
and that's the challenge of loving somebody. Loving somebody is being patient enough to let them work their way through their own sentence, which is something you
to work their
ironically,
way through their own sentence.
that's what it is. I have a tendency to
Quietly quit on people. I understand.
And,
Nah,
just
I
to
get
go,
it.
okay.
It's all good.
Come on,
You
hurry
ready?
up.
Phoebe. F-O-B-I.
You know what else too? Real quick. Tyler, this is for you. Okay? And people do this a lot. Tyler does this all the time. You love him though. He does this.
Yeah.
When you want to be interesting and engage, don't interview me.
Yeah.
Don't ask me a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Just say interesting things.
And you'll be enlightened.
It will provoke me to respond.
Yeah, you'll be compelled to say something.
Yeah, if you start talking about a book or you start talking about an idea, you won't have to ask me questions, Tyler. I'll naturally join in,
Yeah.
right? Oh, I can't stand when people interview me.
You know what I think part of it could be, though?
What?
You have a presence about you where some people don't know if you're going to respond to them or not based off of them saying anything, because you have a very strong discernment of this isn't in my circle of concern.
But asking me a question doesn't guarantee a response either.
It really don't. But
I-
it will
'cause-
get a reaction out of you.
Barely. Because sometimes I'll go,
Don't do that.
look.
Yeah. Yeah. You just give me a look. You don't even say nothing to me. You just look at me like,
Like, come on. So
that's the look. Did you see it?
So-
you see it? Wait.
Let me see. What's the look? Is that the look? Oh, that is the look.
And then you look away, and I'm like, all right, got it. I won't ask now. Just shut up there.
Let me leave him alone.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
I have found the way to have an interesting moment with someone is to be interesting.
I wish that was a lot simpler for some people, but yeah,
You have to bring,
yeah.
the Riz.
Bring the rib.
Not the Riz.
TikTok.
Yeah, but it's originality more than anything.
Yeah, bring the charisma.
Be you. Yeah.
Yeah, bring that. And people will naturally be drawn to someone who's just full of life.
Life is attractive in somebody.
One time, my sister asked me. My sister was dating someone. My sister Iris was dating someone, and she kept saying to me, "Oh, he won't let me in." Listen to this part, Aaron. He won't let me in. He won't let me in. He won't let me in. So I said to her, "You want the wrong thing."
Yeah.
She said, "What?" I said, "You want to get into something that he's trying to get out of."
Yeah.
I said,
We've talked about
Yeah,
this.
I did. I think we have.
Yeah.
I said, why don't you stand outside the cave and make life look so beautiful
Did he want to come out?
that he willingly comes out on his own? Why don't you do that? And she was like, oh. I'm like, yeah. Be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, be interesting.
And it's like a lot of times you already are. A lot of people just don't realize that people will be drawn to them by them being.
But a lot of people are not interested.
And a lot of people aren't. I agree.
Okay?
That's just what it is.
Present company in this room excluded.
Yeah.
Because all of y'all are interested.
Yeah, yeah.
But a lot of people are not interesting because they haven't spent the time making themselves that way.
Which sounds so subjective in a way.
They're
but
going
I get
to
it.
Pound
but
Town.
it makes sense. Yeah.
They're at Pound Town all the time. And let me tell you something. You spend all your time in Pound Town, then you're only interesting.
To people that care and is focused on getting pounds.
And how long can that go?
A lot of horny people out here.
Listen, and you and I are two of them. Well, there's four of them. 4 horny people in the room. Everybody's horny, people.
Everybody's sexual.
If you ain't horny, it's because you're dead. Everybody's horny. It's just part of being human. Stop it. What I'm saying is, if that's what you're into all the time, then you're only interesting for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
As soon as our eyes roll up in the back of our head, then it's over.
Mm-hmm.
And what you going to do the other 24 hours, 23 hours?
They're going to try to fill it and find somebody else to go to Pound Town with. Fill them 15 minutes up as many times in a day as possible.
Right. No. Let's keep going with
That's
this.
what happens.
Wait. And then you're 50.
Yep.
Oh.
And then you're 50.
Now you want interesting. You want more.
No, you want a house.
Oh, that too. A home.
And some damn health insurance.
Yeah.
Because you got to make sure your prostate is okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
From all that creature craving.
Come on.
Yeah.
And then you're 60. Right? And then it may not work as well as it did. You might need a couple of pills, which means you might need some health care.
Yeah.
But you spend all your time in your 20s and 30s in Pound Town.
At 15-minute increments. Yeah.
I can't drink this.
And now your 15 minutes of fame is up and young.
I'm just, listen, people, I'm all for fun. You guys know that I'm all for fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very open-minded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very progressive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very non-traditional. I don't play by the rules. I'm a Christian. I believe Christ crucified and raised from the dead, but most of the church can kiss my ass. Okay?
I wonder how many times you've told
No,
me.
I'm just saying. I'm giving people a sense of who I am.
I get it.
But I can have a little bit of a conservative side.
Yeah.
To say that you've got to think long term. Don't try to live your whole life in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And don't make a relationship that was only supposed to be around for a season something eternal and you think you can't live without.
Mm-hmm.
Just step back.
Yeah.
And look at it from how about this? Look at it from the mountain, and not while you're standing in the middle of it in the valley. Mm-hmm. Just see it from far away. Yeah. And you will discover that a lot of decisions that we make, a lot of emotions or that we invest in things are not worthy of it.
Mm-hmm. We make those a lot of decisions.
I'm all for having fun, but then realize that you ain't gonna be fun the age where fun is the most important thing for you forever. It's just not.
Yeah, my coach used to get on me about wanting to have fun in college. I was like, ain't this what I'm supposed to be doing?
You should have fun in college.
That's what I used to tell him.
But not to the degree that that fun stands in the way of the rest of your life.
You're right.
I'm not willing to die for fun.
No, me neither.
Or I'm not willing to totally ruin.
Yeah, I was gonna
my
say I'm not willing to
reputation
even put myself in harm's way to a certain extent.
I'm all for fun,
But I think what he was trying to teach me at that age was life isn't always going to be about that, and which I understand.
Well, it should have been a better lesson he taught you. And the better lesson should have been, fun is your priority when you don't have any goals.
My goals were fun to me, though.
Well, then you had a whole...
Because I was playing basketball. I mean, you think about it, like, I'm talking about in terms of, like, when I was playing sports, though. You know, you're a college athlete. I was thinking, okay, I'm playing basketball because it's fun for me. It was a sport growing up that I genuinely had fun playing. And now I'm getting paid to go to school for it. This is still fun to me. This is a blessing, although it's more like a job now too. But he used to look at me, why are you smiling? He made a rule where I couldn't smile during a practice once.
Well, your coach had all kinds of issues.
He was out of his mind. But he really took it to that point though, because he went through our whole team one day, had everybody name, like 3 words that, meant the most to them and defined them. And I think it was happiness or fun might have been like 2 of mine. And he was blown. I'm talking about, I felt like a bad person after I said that almost. And he was like, life isn't always going to be fun, Richard.
Okay,
everything
stop.
can be fun, Richard.
Stop.
That's what happened.
Stop. Look at me. Look at me.
Look, PTSD.
Yeah. You were abused.
I went through hell. You were abused.
You were abused. Okay? So we just have to stop.
Are you okay?
There you go. Lean
College
forward.
sports is real, y'all.
No. Breathe. Breathe. You were definitely abused.
I overcame.
By the blood of the Lamb.
I was the black sheep.
And the words of your testimony.
Yeah, you're right.
Just breathe.
We made it through though, Doc.
Don't broaden it to other people. Don't try to obfuscate the moment, okay? I'm gonna let you out of it in a second.
Go for it.
But just breathe.
Just breathe it.
Just breathe.
Breathe it out. I got you.
Whoa.
Shout out to my coach.
Wow. Okay.
We patched our relationship up after a while.
That's good. How about we stop talking about this man?
It's trauma. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
You said it could be therapeutic. This show is my therapy.
But you don't want therapy
You right?
in the show.
I just
Because
wanted
we
to
can go there, but it's not gonna feel good, okay? Wait. It's not gonna be fun. It won't be fun in the beginning. Now, at the end, you'll laugh and smile, but in the beginning, it won't be.
it ain't gonna be fun.
It ain't gonna be fun. But the point I was making,
Yeah.
Want the best of Maury? Kevin, you are not.
Want the best of the Steve Wilkos show? Would you take Dave back if he left Katie?
Want the best of Jerry Springer?
Just download Nosy on your mobile device or stream it on Pluto TV, Samsung TV, or the Roku channel. Until next time, America.
You sure you remember?
no, I always remember.
Okay.
Not always, but I remember regularly. Is that fun is a priority for people who are not invested in certain things that require more than just that.
Yeah.
And you guys know that I was very close to Kobe Bryant. We were friends for 20 years. And what connected the two of us was our focus.
Yeah.
You know why he liked me? Not because I was rich or well-known or because I was whatever. He liked me because, literally, because I asked him, I said, because he didn't have many friends.
Yeah.
He had people that worked for him, but not many friends. And I said, well, what is it about me that sort of draws? Because you don't like people.
You don't like people.
And the truth be told, they don't like you either.
They often.
No, because I was very direct.
Yeah.
He said, you know what drew me to you was you would come to Laker practices and read books.
Not be concerned about nothing everybody else
He
is
said,
concerned
you
about.
totally tuned out. He said, we got Shaq in here, we got Kobe in here. You know, at the time, Rodman was on the team. What was the guy from
got Derek.
Utah?
Karl Malone.
Karl Malone. I think Karl Malone was on the team. Robert Horry, D. Fish. He said, you come to practice and care less about none of these people.
Yeah.
He said, that's when I knew I liked you. I said, what did that represent to you? Focus. Focus.
And free thinking.
Well,
You yourself.
Yeah, but the point I'm making, thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome.
But the point I'm making is people who are focused on building something and making their lives sing
Yeah.
beyond their season. Fun is cool, but achievement means more to me.
Yeah. Meaningful is the word that keep popping in my head.
Listen.
He saw that you were about something way more meaningful than the surface.
I had a lot of friends when I grew up who had a lot of fun. I didn't have as much
Me
fun.
too.
No. I didn't have as much fun,
Yeah.
but I'm on TV.
And
And the world doesn't even know who these other people are.
yeah.
So let's put fun in perspective.
You're right. Got to put it in perspective.
You get the point I'm making?
I get what you're saying.
Had a
It's
lot
not
of
that
fun.
you can't have fun in life. It's just if that's the priority of your concern, like you said, it's trumping the goals, the
Listen.
meaningful, the purpose, all
My
of the
friends
things
had a
that
lot
you
of fun, brother. A lot more
Yeah.
fun than I did. But
I used to get FOMO about that too until I
what is
realized
FOMO?
fear of missing out.
What the hell?
It's
is
called
that?
FOMO.
Aaron, you've heard of this?
Definitely.
This is like, why do people abbreviate everything?
Because, I mean, fear of missing out, I guess,
It's a whole thought, yes, that you should communicate. FOMO.
it's such a used term now that it just
I've never
roll
even
on.
heard of it.
Really? I'm surprised. Yeah.
Tyler,
We
you've
should have
heard
put
of
that in
FOMO?
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. Well,
That's a pretty common one.
Who
So
says
you know
this?
that feeling of when something going on and you just feel like sometimes I couldn't sleep when I was younger because I felt like, oh, it's too early, I'm missing something. You know what I mean? Or
I don't know what you mean.
somebody or all of my friends are out somewhere doing something and I'm at home and sometimes you get FOMO where it's like, I feel like I'm missing out on something. When in reality, you're probably not. But that feeling of,
I felt that when I was a kid,
yeah,
but I don't feel that as an adult.
it translates to different things as an adult.
It translates into nothing.
Yeah,
for me
to
as
you.
an adult.
To you.
If I wanted to be there, I would be there.
Because you have a strong circle of concern that you are aware of.
No, yes, but I'm clear about if I wanted to be there,
You'd be there.
I would be there. There's a reason why I'm not there.
Sometimes I'll be wanting to be somewhere and it ain't
You
my
can't
choice.
go?
Yeah. And that's where you get that FOMO from
If you don't have the
sometimes as an
money,
adult. Yeah.
You don't have access.
It's different as an adult.
I
You
get
know,
it.
like say there's an event going on or a premiere that I really, want to be at because of whatever, and I can't go.
You know, it's
Sometimes I
interesting.
feel that.
It's very interesting. I was sitting in my house the other day. Listen to this, and I said to myself, if I won $1 billion last night, and I had $1 billion just in the bank, and I could go anywhere and do anything right now,
Yeah.
what would I want to be doing? I asked myself this literally the other day, and I thought to myself, sitting my ass on this couch.
Same exact thing you're doing right now.
That's what I'd want to be doing right now. I'd want to be sitting on this couch. Now, I might have some other couches that I own.
Yeah.
Other
but
places. But
you would be sitting on a couch nonetheless.
But I'm doing exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
How about this, people? How about we ask ourselves that question every day?
More often, yeah.
If money wasn't an issue
What was you
and time wasn't a problem, what would I be doing with my life? Am I doing the thing that I really want to do? And if the answer is no, then we got some work to do.
I think our mind needs to be trained to be able to accurately answer that question more often. Because a lot of times we do what we can do, not what we want to do. Sometimes we do what we do out of survival because we have to. We don't really have the option sometimes to just do whatever. But I like the fact that you make us think about that, because if we actually do know what that is, we can set goals up to be able to make those things possible for ourselves. But if we never even spend time thinking about that, and then we put ourselves in that state of mind of, oh, if I just had everything today, what would I do? It's kind of overwhelming because you're like, there's a lot of things that I would want to do, but then you don't really know deep down in this moment how you exactly feel, because so many other things are brought up from the lack of being able to do that before. You know what I'm saying?
I let me say two things. The first thing is, some of us,
Yeah,
and the proverbial us, are doing what we really want to do.
true.
So if you are doing what you really want to do and you have that kind of clarity and contentment, you should celebrate it. You should have a relationship with that feeling, and you should know what it is to feel like. Sit in that for a while.
Yeah.
I am doing exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
Don't run away from that. Don't pass that over too quickly, because life is going to bring you some other feelings, and you need to know what this one feels like so that you can help other people achieve it.
Yeah.
Right? You can guide other people to where you are.
I
All right.
agree.
But here's the other thing. It is amazing to me at how many people not only never ask that question and never come up with an answer. It's amazing to me how many people are somewhere wishing they were somewhere else.
And that was what I was bringing up.
Now, when I was younger, probably in my 30s, okay, when I was like your age, I would go out and want to be home.
Me too. That's why I don't go out much no more.
Yeah.
Soon as I get there, too.
Absolutely. I'd go somewhere and be thinking, I could be home right now. You know?
Comfortable,
So,
not dealing with
listen,
nobody
I could be just butt naked in my house.
in my house.
Just walking around
Content.
content.
Yeah.
I got all these people. But what I had to teach myself and like discipline myself is be where you are. Like be content here.
And that's why you don't get FOMO, because you've trained yourself to understand there's nowhere else that's better or more important than where you are right now if you look at it that way.
And the way I did that is by saying to myself clearly, Sean, you decided to come.
So clearly something
Right.
about you wanted to be here.
Sean, you made the decision to be here, so take advantage of the decision that you made.
And there's usually blessings there for you.
No, well, not always.
I'm just saying, if you look for them, there probably is some. Might not always be, depending on where you are.
No,
but I
that's
think that the
fair.
gifts come out of the present and, making the decision to actually move when your spirit tells you to.
Let's say it differently.
Yeah.
The blessing is killing the resentment of making the decision to be there.
I like that.
Learning that I could defeat resentment.
That's a good one.
That's the blessing.
I've never heard anybody mention defeating resentment. A lot of people look at resentment almost as, it got me. It's here. There ain't nothing you could do about it. I resent this or that.
No.
And to hear somebody actually say that is real dope to me, though, because for me, it feels almost like it's possible when you hear it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people.
It is possible.
I know, but some people live in resentment for the rest of their lives once it hits them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And can't get out of that mentality.
Yeah,
of,
Donald Trump.
And on that note, we need to bring this home.
This is not a political show, but he is the master of erroneous resentments. Like the world has been bad to straight white men. Really? When did that happen? Sorry, people. It's what you get with the McMillan part of the show.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to bring us home, Doc.
Are we done?
We are.
The whole episode's done?
Can you believe it? We were supposed to take a break, but it's going to be the long break now.
Long break.
The show is over.
Time flies when you're having fun and you're talking about meaningful stuff.
I didn't even realize that. All
Me
right,
neither.
people. I swear, I did not know the show was going to be over. I don't know if that's a good thing or a great thing, but I hope you enjoyed watching.
I think we had a great discussion.
We enjoyed running our mouths. And hey, how about this? Let love lead you, because it's going to do it anyway. See you next week.
The content on McMillan and Morrow is provided as commentary on news and current events for entertainment purposes.
Hey, everybody on the YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see, make sure you like and comment and share, because we got to spread the joy, people. That's how it goes. See you next time.